And boom.
Boy, howdy
Hopefully-
shit. I am sorry. Our internet dumped us. Not our internet. I'm sorry. The OBS system that we record on all of a sudden dumped right there for a minute, and we lost everybody. I apologize again. That's going to make it 2 videos separate tonight on YouTube and Facebook and everything. Anyway, right there when I got cut off, I was thanking Ken Madden for donating $5 through Super Chat and said, Bernie 2020, real change, not more of the same corporate bullshit. And I think all of us are tired of the corporate bullshit that's going on. We need somebody up there working for us. But Ken Madden, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And we appreciate more that you're watching and being a part of this family. But yeah.
I typed out. They'll let us know when you see when they see you. And Lone Wolf goes, Roger, Roger, copy that.
Roger, Roger, copy that. Roger, Roger. Roger, Roger. Anyway, Martha Oliveira said we're back. David Lettner says we're back. There we go. And
You're back.
Space Cadets, David Spanky Boonsburgs Dennison said the last time I checked, Jesus didn't send the Holy Ghost to talk to God in the Ukraine to dig up dirt on Santa, the Holy Ghost being along with the 2 goons that was later crucified with Jesus. Oh, you shit me. I love it, buddy. That's very good. He gets a bell. Thank you, Space Cadet, buddy. We appreciate the shit out of that. That was funny as hell. Anyway, where are we at? What are we doing? Crap.
We're talking shit about impeachment.
Yeah.
I'm only guessing.
Yeah.
I had to walk out and take some medicine really quick, so
No,
I
I
don't know
was-
what you were talking
I
about.
thought so. Boy, howdy. I do too.
I
But
feel
how
if he
can-
says he's the chosen one, he better be able to walk on water.
Yeah.
'Cause if he can't
Amen.
walk on water, then
Well, I think we ought to do it the old-fashioned way, just like he suggested. The witch trials were more preferable to him. So let's dunk his ass in some water.
Dunking.
Yeah.
dunk him and see if he survives.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, the pure audacity of this guy when he stands up and he talks like last night. He has no problem denigrating anybody in this country, whether you are a Republican,
doesn't
whether
care.
no, it doesn't matter. Any Democrat, open game, but any Republican that he does not like personally, he will shit on them. And that's disgusting. How much of this is the Republican Party going to put up with? He started out the gate with John McCain dumping on an American military hero. And from a draft doctor.
He will never be.
No.
I agree, Lone Wolf. He is guilty of treason.
Yes, I think he is.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that they should actually put that in somewhere in the thing and say, well, he's guilty of treason. We just didn't put it in there because we wanted to get the ball rolling first.
Well, I'm looking at the possibility. Christmas time, baby. We could get a whole lot of presents this Christmas. There are a lot of irons in the fire still. All the cattle ain't been branded yet, baby.
Yes.
And there's still things that we might learn before it gets around
True.
time to go to the Senate. You
Yep.
know, so
Yep.
so the more of that comes out,
the better.
yeah, it's the better for us and the better for the country. Because this can't be just shrugged off. At some point,
Don't they go?
Well, like Bill said in the chat, maybe those 2 Christian magazine articles will hurt Trump.
I
Hey,
hope so.
Those people, they better wake the hell up.
They better.
I
They're
was
losing
talking to
respect of the
Miss-
whole population this
I was
way.
talking to Miss T today, and she was telling me she was on the bus on Tuesday and had to, or the train. I'm not exactly sure which form of transportation she was taking, but she was commuting, and a whole bunch of kids were on the train, and they were going to the marches. So the kids are going to the marches. When we old people can't get out in that cold, them kids are going, and
Yeah.
that's cool. That's totally cool.
That warms my heart.
Yeah.
Mine, it does mine also.
Yeah.
They showed
So,
the crowds all
because
over the country.
Those are the new voters,
Yes,
and
right.
those are the ones we want.
That's
and I
right.
don't think that all them kids out there are too hip on this idiot. Okay.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
that
No, they want him out
want
of office.
I want every Democrat candidate out there, when they mention his name, they should say the impeached President Trump.
Yeah.
You know, these
The
kids are
impeached president.
scared.
Yes, they are, and they have reason to be.
I mean, Jesus Christ. And then, like you said on your rant earlier, John, that guy in Denver, Colorado, him and his wife with the radio show talking about maybe another school shooting would, that's some sick shit. And people like that
That
need
is
to
some sick shit.
they need to be thrown off
he
the
lost
radio.
his job last night.
He did.
Yeah.
That's good.
He did lose his job, yes.
Fucker deserves it.
And I
He was
hope
one of our
everywhere he goes
affiliates
to
here
get
in
another
the-
job for the rest of
even
his
the-
freaking life.
Even the affiliate said what he said was very wrong, and he should have lost his job for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
You heard Donnie come out and say anything about it? Not at all.
No.
Oh, hell no.
He
He'd
ain't gonna
probably,
say nothing.
he'd probably give him a job in the administration
Yeah.
or some
Yeah.
acting, whatever.
They'll
Make him head
probably
of
hire him at
FCC.
Fox News.
Make him head of the FCC.
They could
Yeah.
put him in charge of planning coincidences.
Well, there was somebody in his communication department that just resigned, so maybe he'd have that job.
Well, baby,
I know somebody in his communication
Super
party
chat,
that
super
should
chat.
resign, but she won't shut her mouth.
Super chat, super chat.
Yeah, you're in the future, Jen.
you're in
we
the
get,
future, dear.
We get those alerts way late.
Boy, how do
Give me
you
one.
you know?
Jen's in the future again.
I'm telling
I
you,
saw
She's
it.
in the future.
Well,
Okay.
then I'll
I
just read
saw
it to
it.
you.
who's going to
From
win the
Paula J,
election?
we got $5 from Paula J in chat.
There we go.
There
we got
we
it.
go.
Wish it could be more right now, John. I love you.
Oh, baby,
Wow.
I love you too. Paula J, thank you very much. Wish it could be more right now, but John, we love you. Not as much as I love y'all. Thank you very much, Paula. Don't ever cut your short, baby. That's plenty enough. Every dollar helps, and we appreciate every dollar that comes in. But it's not a requirement, baby. We love you anyway. Oh, look at there. I just seen you in the chat. She just went by, and it went that way. Technology shit. You got to keep up with this crap. I'm telling you. I'm doing pretty
Oh,
good with it, though.
you should have heard us last night, John. We were having a good old time.
Hey, I was there last
with,
night.
when we were watching. Yeah, I mean, when you came in, we were talking about all the different voters, and we were like, okay, well, we got 229, we got 222, we got 225, we got 228.
What number's going to
It
come
was
up?
hilarious.
Oh, man.
I was the last one to get the correct answers.
Oh, Lord. Me and Marcia were in there watching it, and we already knew that 214 was the magic number. And once it hit it, it would pass. And we just kept sitting there. And when it got to 213 and it paused, it was waiting for a while. And I said, now, there's a whole bunch of guys back there or whoever wanting to vote. And they're all trying to figure out what they want to be the one vote that puts it over. Like, look at me. I'm the one that made it happen. And so you got a bunch of people holding back trying to find out, I don't know if that's what happened. But
It was funny listening to Velda because, who was it? What's her
Eva?
name in Germany?
Eva.
Eva had hers going, and she was way ahead of everybody. And then I was right behind her, and everybody else was right behind her, or us. And then here goes Velda in the gate. I'm still at 210.
I'm telling you, it
I want to
was.
see 213.
It was very exciting. I'll tell you what, though, when I saw that one come up on the Republican, I went,
Oh,
boy,
man,
howdy
that
shit,
one does-
somebody got balls. I was
I
plumb
know,
proud
and
of one
that-
of them.
I was like, wow, that's cool. And then I was like, okay.
We
And
were
then
all
we got
jumping
talking
up and
about
down.
that.
That
We were
was-
talking about that, and I said, isn't that electronic vote? Shouldn't that have counted?
Well, it doesn't count until the final tally by the speaker. They're allowed to change their vote if they want.
They're allowed to bribe each other, right?
Yeah, as soon as he
Yeah.
hit that yes button, there had to be like 10 congressmen jump his ass immediately on the ride over there. What the hell are you doing?
But I thought it's supposed to be. Secret. You're supposed to be able to vote what you want to vote electronically.
Well, my congressman, it was reported it was my congressman, and it was a mistake. Really? You can't find the yes or no
How much
button?
is your congressman?
No shit. He got elected in after our last congressman. What was his name? The asshole with the sex things.
Oh,
Prison
God.
Farenthold.
Yeah.
Blake
Farenthold.
Farenthold, who had parties in his office and went to grab everybody around and, spent a lot of money, took a lot of money with him and kissed off the door. And, so we had an election and Michael Cloud, this guy, he won it. And I've only really seen him twice. Once when he was on the Air Force One when Donnie was down here. He jumped on the airplane to get a photo op with him. And then yesterday in the Senate, in the House, speaking on the floor for moments. And other than that, the guy hides. He's not one of these people that is making a name and blazing a trail and all that shit. No, he's hiding in the corners. He's probably spending most of his day down at the phone bank begging for money.
Well, I heard he has a special job in the Congress.
Oh yeah.
And like when C-SPAN has the camera, you never see what's going on the sides.
Right.
Well, I heard that Farenthold is one of those guys who's like on the sides, doing the lip service.
Yeah.
For the guys to convince them to vote. So
Wouldn't
somebody's got to
surprise
do it.
me.
Yeah. Somebody has to. How's she going to get them people to vote? I don't know. We're going to wait for it to go to the Senate. And, this whole game that Mitch McConnell is trying to play as to, just outright coming out and saying we're going to make it all go away, we're going to rake it under the carpet, all that kind of shit. It is so blatant and obvious to the American people. And at some point, if Mitch is going to break, maybe it has to. Our republic can't, because of the way it is right now. That guy evidently is in the charge of everything, and it just it can't go on like this. Our country cannot progress. So I'm really kind of looking forward to later this evening checking out the debates and seeing who's going to make a move tonight. I want to see a leader. I want to see somebody that's going to lead this country. That's what I'm looking for. Bold.
How about that? This just in, Senate passes bill to prevent sales of tobacco to anybody under 21.
Oh, that takes care of that.
Yeah.
Anything
I'm
on the
surprised
Russian?
Something passed.
Anything on the Russian interference on 2020?
Nah.
Not a thing. Well, that's
Anything on
good.
Climate change?
Yeah, no, nothing on climate change. Nothing that
But
really
God
is
forbid
pressing.
someone were to get a flavored e-cigarette.
Yeah, you get a flavored e-cigarette.
Non-tobacco e-cigarette, for that matter.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna have to go.
They're gonna the e-cigarettes ban.
Hang on.
What happened?
I think when I bring Bernadette in and out, that should fix it too. I think.
Oh my goodness! Thank
There
you.
you go.
It does.
Hey, it does work. How about that?
Thank you.
Technical wizard. That's my boy. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Oh wow!
That's
don't
why
get-
we
don't
love.
don't
we love
praise me
the
for
engineer.
that. Jesus Christ!
We
Drag and drop.
we love the engineer. See, man, he does a fine job over there.
I would just like to take this moment to say that I'm on a lot of different YouTube broadcasts, and people's level of equipment from extremely sophisticated to bare bones. And Travis here does a spectacular job
There you go.
with the setup that he has. He's brilliant that he gets us all to work so well.
I appreciate that. I try really hard. I really do.
You do a good job, kid.
Give him a bell.
Thank you. Yay!
All right.
Look how reluctant that was for him to get me a bell, everybody. Jesus
He
Christ.
knows that's bullshit. He knows he's the wizard of this show, and I couldn't do this damn thing without him because I just can't. Oh, look at there.
Super chat.
Diana Mallory just donated $10 to Super Chat and said, "Happy impeached and merry removal to everyone." And a good night to you too, Diana Mallory. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Y'all are being so kind this evening. We really appreciate it. We are working on getting the upper package of the broadband so we can have a wider broadband.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
And we're going to get the deluxe package so we can start doing a little bit more.
I know we've been talking probably by New Year's or something. We might take a weekend off to rewire everything in the studio here because
the studio.
we can do it a little bit better
We got a studio.
and rearrange all this other
That
stuff,
shit.
which will take a day or two to make sure everything works.
What's in that room back there, dude? That's my studio.
You mean the former bedroom? Yeah.
That's what it is. The bedroom. it's the bedroom. Spare bedroom. Actually, it's not the spare.
I
bedroom.
appreciate everybody being so understanding that we're not in the shop lately. So even though Dad prefers to be in the shop.
Well, I will. I just need an easier way to disconnect things and take it down to the shop. So when I want to do the shop, because I got to say, I'm a little more relaxed down there, because up here I know everybody can hear me right out there. If
Yeah, but
everybody
everybody's
here,
gonna
they're
watch
all
you
hearing
afterward
me.
too.
Yeah. And then I have to walk out there whistling Dixie. How y'all doing? How y'all? Happy, happy, happy.
Hey, John, you just got me thinking. You're in the BS room, you know that.
Yeah. That's what the BS room.
You're in the back. You're in the bedroom studio.
Bedroom studio, the BS room. Yep, that's it. Bedroom studio. Yeah, Marcia smiled at me today because here lately, every time I come out, and today's rant was rather passionate. I had my blood pressure up, and of course she's out there hearing me, and then I said goodbye, and turned off the camera. I stood up and walked down singing a song and looked at her. Oh, what a wonderful day this is. I can change gears in a heartbeat, baby, when I have to. And I have to nowadays because I have to remind myself to try to calm myself down because I say those rants come from my heart. And when I get cranked up, they came out plain and simple today of how I felt. What did I say? Oh, yeah. Fuck Trump. Yeah.
Damn, let me go get my wallet.
Well, I wanted to say it for Debbie Dingle. She is a congresswoman out of Michigan. That's the lady whose husband died, and Donnie was making fun of him last night because that's the kind of scumbag he is. That's the kind of low life we have as a president, you know. So don't, somebody tells me, well, John, you got to respect the president. Kiss my ass. He does not respect the presidency. I don't have to respect him for shit.
And where's the law that says that?
Yeah,
No, you don't have to.
No,
respect
you don't have to respect the presidency.
Especially when
Not
you have
when
an
he's in there.
asshole in the office that doesn't respect the presidency.
Yeah, and he doesn't. He thinks this is all about him. Thinks the second article, Article 2, gives him the
He
power to
thinks
do
we should just
anything.
bend over and kiss his ass.
Yes.
'Cause he's the.
Well, he wants us to be.
Greatest
He wants
thing
us to be
since
like
sliced bread.
North Korea. Oh, glorious leader! Thank you very much for coming out and saying. That's what he wants. That deep in his heart, that's what he wants. He wants us all to fall and feign adornment for him. He loves seeing these dictators, Putin and everybody else around the world. Kim Jong-un. That's his buddies. That's who he's going with.
Putin is playing him like the little
Like a
teeny
fiddle,
tiny
baby.
fiddle he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Playing it like a stupid
Putin
idiot.
gave a 4-hour press conference that he does at the end of the year every fucking year, and he just railed on this shit, man.
Yeah, all in support of Donnie.
He loved every minute of it.
Still saying that Russia didn't have anything to do with this. No, we didn't do anything. Yeah. It's all a made-up story.
Propaganda.
Yep, that's exactly what it is, baby. That's exactly what it is. And it's pitiful to watch American congressmen and senators, mine included, push that shit.
Yep.
Come out and sell it. Mike, Ted Cruz, come out there like that, talking that shit. Talking about Ukraine and in the server. Kiss my ass.
Well, who was it yesterday? Louis, what's his name?
Gohmert. Another one.
I like to call him Goober.
Goober.
Well, you see him, the exchange him and Nadler had, because he come out there talking that stuff, that Russian propaganda, and Nadler said, we're not going to have that shit put out here. And apparently I couldn't make out what the words were, but it was a pretty good little heated exchange there for a few minutes.
The one thing I really enjoyed about yesterday was the fact that every freaking time the Republicans got up there and came out with their bullshit and their propaganda and all that crap, Jerry Nadler stood right up and beat that shit right into the ground before pointing out the next Democrat to speak. He would call out and point out the bullshit that the Republican Party just tried to sell. and then make the record straight, and then go on to the next speaker. But he had to do it every time, because every time a Republican got up there, that's all they did. That's all they did.
Yep.
Was put on an act for one man. And it was pitiful to see him compare to Jesus. He compared it to Pearl Harbor. Really? No shit? And they call him the best president since George Washington? Or you just turned into a cult.
There's been a whole lot of presidents, and I guarantee
Oh,
he
man,
ain't one.
baby. He's on the bottom of my list. He will forever be on the bottom of everybody's list. We've never had a more disgusting. Oh, well, that's just the way he is, John. No, that's not just the way he is. He's a conniving. Everything that comes out of his mouth, he has an intention for it. He's doing it on purpose.
He's acting dumb to be dumb.
Yeah. Well, he acts dumb. Go ahead.
Yesterday, even Ben Shapiro came out and said this is nothing like Pearl Harbor. This is nothing like. Even Ben Shapiro discounted all that bullshit.
Doesn't take a rocket scientist. That's what kills me
They were
when you
even
don't
talking
see
about-
Republicans standing up and saying something. You're like, my God, quit making an idiot out of us.
Super chat.
Boy, howdy.
Super chat.
I mean, you're good, Jen.
They were
Oh, God damn
they
it.
were talking
See?
about
Bernadette.
in our thing.
We can
Yeah.
play the
Yeah,
Jeopardy
basically.
tune while between the time Jen sees it,
It was,
and we see it. Oh,
in
and
our
there it
state,
is.
They were talking about.
Oh, look at there. That's our own Bernadette. She just donated $2 through Super Chat and said, for Representative Debbie Dingle, fuck Trump. And
Boom.
Yeah.
boom, there it is. Boom. I don't have a problem saying that, because it is.
Me either.
What response do you have to this thing? A man who is as disgusting as this, that he, and it worries me. That's what
That
bothers
was
me.
atrocious what he did to
That-
her.
it-
That
it-
was absolutely atrocious
Uncalled for.
what he did.
Uncalled for. In the man's own
But
district.
you know what? It's so. He did it to John Kane.
Yes.
He did it to Elijah Cummings before he died.
Yep.
This man has no feelings for anybody else on this planet, and that's why it's so easy to say, "Fuck Trump."
There you go, baby. There you
Amen.
go. It makes you feel good when you say it, because it's, I love my
Yeah,
stamp.
it
I
does.
got my stamp. I stamp everything nowadays.
Oh, by the way, I have a little message to send out to the person that I sent the link to.
Yeah.
If you like and subscribe, you'll get notification. Turn on that bell.
That's right, baby. Thank you very much, Bernadette. If you like and subscribe,
welcome.
we'd appreciate it. We're getting close to hitting 11,000 subscribers. Our numbers are still going up all the time.
And more than half of the viewership on our channel aren't subscribed. So,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
are in the chat and you aren't subscribed, just hit that button.
Just hit that
and
button
bell.
down there. to
That's
subscribe.
free.
Yeah, that's all free. You just hit that like, and
It tells YouTube we're doing something right.
yeah, and hit that bell. That way you'll be notified every time I do something. Like it's an important thing, but
Because you don't want to miss a rant.
well, no, not if
Or
I want
a
everybody
Blue
to hear
Dot family
it.
meeting.
That's why I do a rant or a
For all
family
you
meeting.
folks-
That's
all you
right.
folks
I enjoy the family meetings. So the rants. I've always said these are. Nobody's there for an opinion. This is my opinion. This is what I think, and I'm so appreciative that so many people agree with the way I think. That tells us a whole lot. But the family time, that it's more relaxed. It's more discussion about anything we could talk about, and it's just I enjoy it. So thank you for tuning in and watching and participating, because that's what makes a family grow. So breaking news: evangelical publication comes out calling for removal. Thank you, Jesus. Candy Guidry, our own Candy Guidry over there at John Bernavo Speaks, Blue Dot Family. If you're not a member, go over there and join that Facebook group. If you're not if you're on Facebook, make sure you go over and join John Bernavo Speaks, Blue Dot Family. This family grows all the time. You'll find somebody to talk to. You'll find people that agree with you or may want to discuss things with you or something. There's a lot of members in the family, and it's open to everybody. So, and there are a bunch of cool people over there. And besides that, I like Candy's religious views. Y'all know religion she is.
Wasn't it something to do with beverages every Friday
That's
or
right.
something?
That's right.
Yeah.
And she is loyal to that. I mean, I'm telling you, I know she's out there listening now. That tickles me so much. Every Wednesday, Candy goes and her husband go out to a little Mexican restaurant. I guess they're near them, and have margaritas and salsa and whatnot, because it's always in the picture. And that margarita, every time I look at it, my mouth just waters up. I want that margarita. And but when I first met her, she said, "Well, it's a Wednesday thing." Okay. Then it was. It's like I appreciate that, because it's like my show. I say, if I'm going to do a show, I'm going to do a show every day. I'm going to be here every day. And Candy said every Wednesday, and I like that. That through the years, Candy still goes and gets that margarita. So bless it,
John?
baby. I love it. Yes, ma'am.
Could I highlight what one of the folks in chat had to say?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, BB in the chat says, "I wish the debates were like spelling bees, because Donald Trump will lose."
Yeah.
There
Right?
you go. Yeah.
There you
Right?
go.
Fact check them on the spot. And
No shit, they ought to.
That would be great on
Yeah.
any party.
Yeah, they ought to do it like football. Pull out a yellow flag.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
y'all did hear he said he's thinking about not doing the debate.
Yes, he is. He's already put that note
because
out there.
he's a chickish
He
shit.
is. He is. He bluffed his way, bullied his way through the first set. He can't do that again.
In there and have a legitimate discussion with anybody.
Yeah.
He's a fucking liar. He's working on 15,000 lies.
And he will not
And
be
it's-
able to answer the
by the way-
questions those narrators are fixing to toss at his ass.
I hope everybody knows he is the first president to be impeached in his first term.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go, baby. There you go.
Yep. They were talking about that last night on my TV station, and then they said, and he always brings up Biden and his son Hunter Biden, and he said, if we're going to bring something up, he said one of the and actually one of our Republicans said, if they really want to bring something up, they need to start bringing up his children.
Yeah.
Amen to
I say
that.
that. I say it too. I do. Miss Linda Henshaw Cram just donated $2 through Super Chat and says, "Fuck Trump and the horse he rode in on." There you go,
Amen
Miss
to that.
Linda.
Double bell.
Yes. And the horse he rode in on, which I believe it was an elephant. I think it was an elephant he rode in on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screw him too.
Poor elephant. You know, the elephants.
Taking a beating on this one, man.
Yeah.
They need. I seen a thing the other day.
Poor elephants.
Need to change it to an ostrich, because they're all sticking their head in the sand right now, trying to hide from all
Yep.
this. Don't you know
Sticking their heads up his ass.
these people, these Republicans? Of course, we have to remember they're going home to a red district in the neighborhood they probably live in the country club they belong to, and all that other bullshit, are probably solid red. But
Super chat.
Look at y'all living
look
in the
at
future
that. They
again.
are. They're all living in the future. What's up with that shit? I'm the last one to know nothing. Go
I
ahead.
have to
We're
tell
all
you
sitting here waiting. See how far. See?
Yvonne
John, I
Spree
think you should refresh.
just donated $2 to the super chat.
And
Notice
there it
the
is.
last
There it
name.
is. Sivan Pre donated. Sivan Pre.
C. Yvonne Pre.
See Yvonne Pre.
Just-
Donated $2
Yeah.
through Super Chat.
You know who that is?
Yeah, I know who that is.
I thought you might.
Thanks,
I thought-
sis.
There you go, baby.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. See, Yvonne, we appreciate it, and your sister is very, very cool. We're proud to have her
I
on.
love you.
Yeah, I love you too. Oh, would you?
She's just been converted to a new blue dot.
We got room in this
Awesome.
family right over here. Nestle in, baby. You're welcome in here with these blue dots. We love everybody in here, and we work every day to try to recruit more family. This is not a cult. What I see on the other side, yeah. Marcia and I was discussing that earlier. Some of these people, she referred it to Jonestown. You know, would they really drink the coffee for the cocoa? Yes, some of them would, and that's sad. How these people cannot stand up on their own 2 feet and recognize
that's
what's in front of
scary.
them.
That's scary because if they'll
Yes.
drink the Kool-Aid for him, they'll carry the guns for him.
Yeah, that's what we all
Yep.
have to worry about, baby. And that's what I was leading to a minute ago. Is my fear with his rallies are going to get worse. They're going to get more desperate and more hateful. He is going to try to rile up the right. To what end, I don't know yet. I know where it goes sometimes. And if he keeps pushing his mouth the way he does, the way he speaks about everybody, us, we're not demons. You know, we are patriots in my book, baby. We're fighting for this country. We are fighting for the Constitution. We are the guardians of. That's right, baby.
Liberty.
That's what we are. And we are trying to protect our republic from an obvious con man, one whose history can be shown to you in black and white. The man who lies every day, the man who dishonored his own country when he was called to duty, the man who bragged he never pays taxes. He doesn't give anything to this country, but he wants to take an awful lot. And he's not taking the heart of this country, because we will hold tight to these values, baby. This
right.
land is for all of us.
I bet you Jeff Van Drew loses his.
Oh
his
man,
spot.
yeah. He's sunk down the tubes, because they were asking people in New Jersey the other day about him, and of course the Democrats that they asked on the street, of course, you know, I wouldn't vote for him again. He's a traitor. He betrayed us and all this stuff. But I noticed there were two Republicans that they spoke to on that side and said, well, why would we want him? He already showed he turned coat, and he never liked us before. Why would I want to vote for him? You know, so he may have just sunk his own boat, which I hope he did, because the only reason Van Drew did it is just for political reasons. That's it. He doesn't have so-called Democratic values or Republican values. He has no values at all. They're for sale. Whoever's going to get him to the finish line, that's who he's going to preach for. And that it tells you that he's not the man that should be in that house. We need people in that house that are willing to stand up and speak boldly and challenge this nation. You know,
the one that I liked last night was it Justin Amaj when he came on?
right?
Ahmad, yeah, he came on and he started speaking, and it's like, there you go. And this was a person that was a Republican, seen what was going wrong, got out of that, still seen what was going wrong, and sat there and gave his whole speech to his Republican Party that he used to be of, and they were like, oh,
That's what happened.
you know, I thought it was very good.
Yes.
He was very good, but you did notice which side of the podiums he was standing on.
Yeah, but, you know, he at least came out and said what he
No,
said.
I'm proud of him. I'm glad that he did what he did. And if more Republicans have balls, they would do
We
the
would see
same
more of
thing.
that.
But the Republicans
Yeah.
can't, because they're stickmen,
No.
and
They're
stickmen
more
have no
like-
balls.
Like John said, it's more like a cult. It's like, okay,
Yeah, it's a
you'll
cult.
drink the Kool-Aid. Here you go.
Because we hear the news people, the people that work in the White House, the journalists, they'll come out and do a report and tell you that there are Republicans in the halls of Congress, in the halls of the Senate, Republicans that are speaking against him, that don't like him, they want to get rid of him. He's embarrassment to the party. Everything he does is stupid. The only thing he's given is a tax cut for the wealthy, and the power of big money, baby.
Here's my problem with that. You know what? They all do. If they want to get out and then they speak, oh, I'm an ex-Republican, or, you know, I'm a never Trumper or whatever.
Right.
But why not work from the inside out? Why not protest this man while you're standing in that party? Because you know he's wrong, and not one of them is done. There was who was it? Damn, I posted it in Discord earlier today. Another one of the teabaggers, Mark Meadows. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, memory.
Yeah.
Mark Meadows is not going to run for re-election.
That should tell you something. That should tell you something.
It's
That
funny
should
how
tell you a
many
lot.
people are
I'm
just
waiting
walking
for
away.
Jim Jordan to do it,
Yeah.
and that little fucker down in Florida,
Yeah,
Gates,
Gats.
whatever his
Gates.
name is. You know, oh Gates,
Yeah.
like the other Gates that just went
Bernadette.
to jail.
Yeah. Seems to be a
Bernadette,
problem.
let's really feel how you feel. Come on.
Really?
Okay,
Really,
I'll
don't
tell
hold
you,
back,
I ain't got
baby.
no problem doing that. You know.
It
Oh
is.
yeah, Gates went to jail for 45 days, and then he's on what, 3 years probation?
Yeah, 3 years
Bravo.
probation. Yeah, there
You
you go.
got 45 days, bro.
Another
because he gave
Trump
us so much
associate
information on these assholes.
Yeah.
in jail.
All these people are going to jail. That should tell these guys something.
Yeah.
It's like, come
Yeah.
on, people.
Draining the swamp,
And
really?
What really
Seems
cracked
like all
me
the
up
crooks are in your party.
this week, Flynn went to court too. He went to court and he tried to tell the judge, "Oh, I want to take my
What?
guilty plea back." The judge listened to all
Trumbies.
his little fucking complaints, and then you know what she said? Yeah, no, you already pled guilty twice.
Yeah.
dude.
Right?
Right?
Yep.
There you go.
May
Sentencing
I,
set for February. Get your shit in order.
What's
may
that,
I-
Jen?
may I offer my my opinion here?
Sure.
Absolutely.
You know,
Please feel free.
Trump is up there on his little podium and saying that the Democrats are trying to unconstitutionally remove the president, a duly elected president,
Yep.
from office. Blah, 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 blah. Excuse me. I think this quote was more like the president that 62 million people voted for.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
he
Oh,
said,
they're
yeah.
getting to be less and less.
Yeah, well, you know what's also constitutional is the fact that there were 65 million votes who voted for his opponent.
That's true.
Yeah.
Seems to be a
And they-
difference in math there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they seem to understand the Constitution on one end of it, but not the other.
Oh, they know
Only
the,
when it works
So-
for them.
Yeah.
So brilliant
It's the whole
selection.
jerry-rigged system that we got
Yep.
going on.
ask them
The
anything
ultimate
about the
cherry
Second
pickers.
Amendment, they'll tell you everything about it.
And I will say it again. If you want to give black people reparations, get rid of the electoral college.
Yogi,
There you go,
that is
baby.
Great.
That would be the first good step. You know, it's
I'll
an
take that
antiquated
over
system
any
that needs to
cash
go.
you could come up with.
Yeah, there you go. Let's make the vote even. Let's make every vote count. And that's how it's done. That's the way it's always been done through history until we came up with the electoral college to try to even the game out a little bit. It's not a game, baby. This
He's
is the
got to
vote.
remember too. He's got to remember too that there's a lot of states that are still going with that.
Yeah,
You have to show your
yeah.
taxes before you are put in office.
that and several states have switched to the. They're going to give their electoral college votes to the popular vote winner, the one that most people vote for. That's who gets
Yeah,
their
that
votes.
it's an arcane system that's left over from the days of slavery. And if we continue to elect presidents under this particular system, then this country is a racist
We have
fucking
progressed on everything.
nation.
You know, it's not like we can't change it because we've changed a lot of things in our history. You know, I'm one of those people that believe the Constitution is a living document, and that's how come we have amendments. That's what amendments mean. You add something, you know, you change something. That's what gives us so many of our rights, based on constitutional rights. And so
Yep.
it's a living thing. That's how come black people can vote. That's how come black people aren't slaves. It's the reason.
But only for 20 years at a time, John.
Only 20 years at a time. Boy,
Yeah.
that is shit. You know, there's so much. Jeez, you threw me
No,
off
that
there.
bill has to be reauthorized every 20 years.
Oh, is that what it is? Has to be
And
reauthorized.
then
they
You know,
can
we can
reauthorize
only hope.
it.
Yeah, no, they did, but it was
And I'm-
partisan this time.
Mm-mm.
And every other time that it's been reauthorized since the year 1965, it has been bipartisan. And
Yeah.
this time it was partisan.
Partisan,
and
right
that's
down. Yeah,
bullshit.
it is. It is. Lie, cheat, and steal, baby. That's who the Republican Party has brought themselves to. I don't see any other words that describe what a party itself is doing. Lie, cheat, and steal. Whatever they can do to block your vote, keep you from voting, take away your polling place, you know, that's to their benefit, they think. It's not representative of what the population is. Not everybody gets to vote because they put so many roadblocks in the way.
I will tell you something that I noticed in watching, and I watched the whole entire day the other day when they debated the amendments on the floor, the articles of impeachment.
Right.
The one thing that I noticed is that every time there was a Republican up to talk, and it went back and forth for over 6 hours.
Yeah.
The Democratic Party looked like America.
Yes, it did.
The Republican Party was old white men.
Yeah, a couple of women in there with no color.
A couple of women, and we can't count Liz Cheney as a woman. She's dick with a wig.
Don't do that.
No, I have nothing against who she sleeps with. I don't like. I said dick, referring to her father with a wig.
Yeah, Dick with a wig. Okay.
She's Dick Cheney with a wig.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And that's all that I mean by that. I have nothing against who the hell she sleeps with, because I don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of a person.
Yeah.
I sleep with who I want to. You sleep with whoever you want to. I'm cool with that.
That's right. I want everybody to be happy.
As long as everybody's,
and it ain't nobody else's business what you do it.
Absolutely. I don't give a shit. My best friend is gay. I love her to death.
With a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, what's that?
You know, she's Dick Cheney with a wig. That's all that I mean by that. She is his daughter.
Yeah, and just as mean as him.
Darth Vader and drag, and that's all that I mean by that.
What he did while he was in office.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All that crap, and he's still screwing over Cheyenne County, still up here where we're at.
Boy, howdy. I don't know why. It's that question that has haunted all through the ages here lately. Why it is that people vote against their own values. A lot of these people, especially down in the South, where it's poverty-stricken. There's charts and graphs and colored photographs with arrows and points and paragraphs on the back of each one, all that kind of shit, describing what areas of our country are in the most need. And it is. Most of it is down in the South, baby. And that is where the red districts are so heavy. And it doesn't make sense.
I'll tell you how, John. I'll tell you how.
And that's where most of his people that basically they voted for him. And
they're the ones down there that'll drink the Kool-Aid for him.
Okay. Yeah, their problem about that is they're also the ones that they're going to get kicked off of food stamps. They're going to get kicked off of this. They're going to get kicked off all this stuff. And
they're the farmers who are being hurt by the trade wars. They are the workers who can't get health care because they're losing their union rights. I don't understand it either. How these people can vote against their own self.
I can tell you one way how they can do it. Here, in 2016, we had a thing on the ballot. If you voted yes, it was a no vote. If you voted no, it was a yes vote. The state of Arkansas voted that our senators, House here in this in Little Rock, could not raise their paychecks. So they put it on the ballot, so it looked like it was not. So if you vote yes, it will pass, and if you vote no, it won't pass. Well, in this case, if you voted, it was just the absolute.
If you voted yes, they wouldn't pass, and if you voted no, it would pass.
Right.
It's all in the language of the.
That's just idiots not thinking, or thinking that they can screw a lot of people.
That tells you they're trying to slide something by.
And then when I go down there to the polling booth, and I'm reading the things that go across there, and I go, oh my God, I'm voting no on this.
Yeah.
And they looked at me strange. I says, because if I vote yes on it,
they're relying on being able to trick a certain amount of people that won't know the issues.
It's a trick question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I already have to deal with robo-scammers. I'm not dealing with scammers from idiots,
You got to really double.
That's just bullshit.
But there should be some sort of law that says that there needs to be truth in.
And clarity.
I mean, you have truth in advertising. Why not have truth in legislation?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, that's,
Yeah.
that would
It's
be
a huge problem
the
because it happens
huge,
all over this country.
that would be the one thing that would save this country and propel us into a future that we only dream about, is if we could control the legislation that goes through our system, that when a bill is put on the floor for, I don't know, we're going to build this thing here, this widget here, where it's going to cost us $50 million, this widget. That's what the vote is for. There's not 100 riders put on the damn thing, so when it gets voted through, there's a whole bunch of bullshit added to it that nobody's ever going to hear of. That's what's one of the big problems in our system, is that they're allowed to put amendments on there and riders on these bills. It could be a wonderful sounding bill, and they'll load it with crap, or it'll be, it's just, we're not voting for that. We're voting for what the bill talks about. That's what the public wants to see. You want to put your piddly ass bill up there, put it up there freestanding on itself. But as long as we have this backdoor make a deal, it's not serving the people. That is all serving special interest.
That's the pork barrels for you.
That is it. And it's been there. It's systemic in our system, in the House and in the Senate. And it's about,
But I will tell you how these people will vote for something that's against their interests, because this man came along at a time in this country where anybody who had to deal with this shit was thinking, okay, this has calmed down, racism has calmed down in this country, and Donald Trump has brought that to the surface and exposed it and allowed it to be bubble out, and everybody can express how they feel now, because it's all about feeling. And
I'm feeling outraged.
He's made it okay, and he's made it normal to be openly racist in this country now, whether it's against black people, Muslim, religion, whatever you want to gripe at, immigrants, whatever. It's okay. You can do it now. And that's how these people will vote against their own self-interest.
Their own self-interest.
He's feeding to their fears. And he's fear-mongering, and he's gaslighting every single day.
It's his hate, and he's selling it, and they're buying it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And, I've got...
But it's ready to be bought.
Yes, these are willing.
They're
these are
ready
willing
to
buyers
buy
here.
the shit.
Yes.
I've gotten to the point where just certain things I see on social media, I kind of control and catch the gist of what's going on, but I don't watch the video. So I just don't want to see the shit, Right. I'm so tired of it. And I was scrolling through something today on Facebook, and like I said, I didn't watch the video because I don't want to see the shit, but I can tell, what's going on. And I don't remember what state it was, and I don't want to call out no state and be wrong, but there was a predominantly black basketball team playing at a high school game, and there was like a group of people in the bleachers. They had a Trump sign, but they all just stood up and they turned their back on this team while they played their racist, I guess, little white children, and it's shit like that. It just pisses me off. Like I said, I can't even watch. I can scroll and read and know what the hell happened. I don't need to watch the video. It's just sickening.
Yeah,
it is sickening.
And there's the bottom line, is that it's taught from generation to generation to generation.
Exactly.
And that's
how
come we
I
work for
know
it.
all about it. I know all about it. I've lived here.
Yes, I can imagine.
I know where you are,
45 years.
honey. I know you live in it.
Yeah.
I know exactly
you live in it.
how it happens, and it's all taught, and you got to learn. And me as a kid, I had to learn to. I grew up to learn to that. That's not right. I've had to work with a lot of people of different races, different colors in my lifetime, and there's no room for that shit. And I've just never been that kind of person.
I rely on exactly what Dr. King said. The content of someone's character. That's what I rely on.
Exactly.
People will show you who they are.
I can tell you this about me. I'm the kind of person where if I meet you, I can get a feel for you real quick, and I won't have nothing to do with you. So that way I ain't got no time to hate you.
Yeah.
Because I'm just not gonna have anything to do with you.
Yeah.
And then you be yourself and I'll be me. But it's not gonna give me time to try to push any hate towards you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've always been that kind of person.
I've always been
I'm
the
the
guy to
same way.
smile
I
and
can
say
meet
howdy,
somebody and do that.
and then your response is going to tell me who I'm dealing with. I tend to be I try to be a friendly guy, no matter where I am. If there's somebody filling up gas at the gas station next to me, I'm the first one to go, "How you doing today, bub? Nice weather today." Just be nice.
Well, I tell you, Facebook has become a propaganda site where and they're totally bought into Trump. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of them, but don't let that fool you.
For ads and all the rest of that shit. So.
Yeah, see,
I
I'm the
don't.
same way. I can sit there and I can do the same thing with a person. I can meet them, and I can sit there. And my nephew even says the same thing. He goes, "How can you sit there in 5 minutes? You know whether you like somebody or don't like them." And I said, "Because I can read people."
Yeah. If you just talk to somebody for a few minutes, they'll show you who they are.
It might not be in just 5 minutes. It could be a day, a couple days, a couple meetings with someone. It's like someone that hey, you got my buddy. Hey man, this guy, he's, you're hanging out with your buddy and this dude that your buddy knows that you've never met before. Okay, yeah. I get a feel for that guy. He's just not me and him went click. So just don't bring him around me.
And there's some people that you meet and you just don't like. You're
click
not
like crazy.
You've seen them and you kind of figure, okay, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to not say anything. And then you kind of, now I know how full of shit you really are, type of.
You know what the best gauge of a person's personality is? If you own a dog or a cat, how they react to that person.
Yep.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, that's
I've always had
I got a cat.
I can't imagine people not wanting to have a dog or a cat or a pet or a snake or.
John?
Yeah, well, he doesn't.
Yes, ma'am, Jen.
He doesn't.
Did you hear what Aussie Dave said in chat?
What did he say?
That his temperature was 118 today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Holy crap!
Yeah.
That's
Australia.
Wait.
And, hey, Dave, stay cool, my friend.
Yes.
Stay cool.
Yeah.
Take the day off, sit in front of the fan, bub.
Temperature.
Aussie Dave.
Took a bit there.
Now he changes that to 48.
48 degrees. There you go. 48. There you go.
48 degrees Celsius.
Yeah. Celsius.
118.
Wow.
It don't change.
Oh, don't tell
Damn
Dad
hot.
about that really quick.
What?
Because everybody else got that. Holy crap.
I saw it. Yeah.
You are too kind. Jesus Christ. Just wait. I'll let you see it. Wait for it. It's going to pop up.
I'm not privy.
I'm going to let
Gene,
you see
rock.
that.
Wait for it.
Gene, seriously. Holy
Wait for
crap.
it.
Well, now, what?
Wait for it.
You'll
It's
see.
coming. Gene Shankly. Shanky. Gene Shanky. Oh, Lord, darling. She just donated $50 through Super Chat. Gene, that's way, baby, that's far and above, baby. We appreciate it, and I recognize that name. Jane has been with us a long, long time. I even know what her picture looked like on her little thing, or it used to be. If it's the same picture she used, it was shot from a lower angle looking up, khaki pants, white shirt, and a hat. If I'm right, Gene, say something if you're in the chat there, baby, because I believe that was you. Anyway.
Either that or that's another Gene. I hope that's the same Gene now.
No. I recognize the last name. No.
Shankly.
Shanky.
Gene Shankly.
Yeah, she's been with us a very
Shanky.
long time. Thank you very much, Gene. That is way and above, baby.
That just covered half the internet bill for next month for sure.
Boy, howdy shit.
Bravo.
I don't know. I think someone else in the
Outstanding.
chat.
Yay, thank you.
I think someone else in chat should try to do better than that. Come on.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Don't.
Yeah,
It's
no.
Christmas. Don't be
Yeah.
spending money you
Shane
don't
Day.
have.
Yeah, that's the
Got a
number.
point.
That's the number one rule,
Shane
baby.
J says she needs a bell. She needs a bell.
She gets
There
a
you
big
go.
bell, baby. I'm sorry. Is she in the chat?
Yeah, I mean that came from YouTube, so I'm assuming so.
Okay. I just want to know if that's
Hey,
if
John,
the
I-
They
picture.
write, yes,
I-
indeed,
I-
that's
I-
me.
I-
That's
Hold on,
her.
Bernadette,
That's
what'd
her.
she say?
She said, "Yes, that is her in that picture I described." Yes, I know
Yeah.
my family, baby. And I don't know if I can't remember if Gina's ever donated or something. It's not. That's not it, baby. Is that you're in this family whether you donate or not or anything. And I try to remember. I can't remember everybody, but if you're here long enough, if I see your name in the chats enough times on Facebook or on YouTube, maybe it sears into my mind. Eventually, it gets through to my brain. It just warms my heart, Gene. Thank you very much. That's very kind.
May I
of
say
you.
something,
hey.
John?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Karen Van Wyck. No,
Yep.
it does not make your $3 look like peanuts. Your
No.
$3 is just as important.
Oh no, Bass.
and
What
means just as much.
that it does.
Not the
Exactly.
quantity at all.
Yeah. The only reason I call the super chats out is because everybody can see them anyway, I don't call out donations by numeration that I receive anytime else because it's not important. There are those that have stepped up nice and the ones that spend $1. I am so, there's.
And
There's
you guys
one-
got to understand too, subscriptions on YouTube, which are free, and the like buttons and the views.
Those are
absolutely free, and
accolades
that's
that
what
that's-
makes us more than
Yes.
jollied to be talking to
when
every
I
single
see
one of
those
you right
numbers
now.
move, it warms my heart, and it does.
Hey,
For
Hey,
the
John.
people who don't know how it works, out in the chat, if you subscribe to the channel, your name's put on a list, and then you get the option of choosing whether or not to be notified. If you don't want to subscribe because you're worried that you're going to get bothered by notifications, don't pick any notifications.
We're on
then
the
it
down
won't
low.
bother you.
Yeah.
And so you can subscribe, but not be
Oh, yeah.
hassled.
Oh no,
And
no.
when you subscribe, all those numbers of people who subscribe contribute to the channel as far as its status with YouTube, the benefits it gets from YouTube,
Yes.
the monetization it gets from YouTube, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost you anything but going click.
That's all it is, baby. That's all it is.
That and sharing it with a friend.
Just remember, it's
Yeah.
free at any time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
John.
Yes.
John,
And-
you need a
And
gong.
even if you don't
Yes.
subscribe,
I need a
we
what?
love you too.
A gong.
You
I do.
You need
I
a gong.
gong.
I'm sitting here watching you on YouTube, and because I watch you on YouTube.
I don't even know where
you
this bell
did,
came from.
And yeah, I'm just saying that if you had you in it don't have to be a big gong, just a little gong on
Yeah.
the side. You can just.
I can hit it. I could get hit with
Yeah,
my pipe.
That would be great.
Don't
that would be
even-
great.
That was,
I'm gonna be.
I
on the
could hit
hunt
that
for
one with
now.
my pipe.
Or I
Anyway.
say bring Fred in and have him say, "Thank you, fuck Trump."
Yeah.
Y'all think that's funny now until he gets in here, and then you can't shut him up.
Yeah. Get on me a rant, baby. That's it. That's it.
Just to add to that story
Has
y'all
he
were
picked
talking
that
about
up yet?
earlier about getting to know people by recognizing them. I had a moment like that today, actually, and it was kind of funny. So I'm not going to give names. I'm not going to say where because I rather these people be anonymous. But anyway, I was in a chat
Donnie
room
would
today,
say.
and I was playing video games, which is very rare. I don't ever have time to play video games anymore, but I did today.
Yeah, you and your brother.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I
we were
kinda
talking
thought that
amongst
was
some
cool.
people, and basically put an acquaintance is in the room, and they stream, and I told him, well, I stream, or not technically me, but I'm with Dad that streams, and what do y'all do? And I just I just keep it vague, political show. And he goes, oh, well, I'm not going to talk about that then. And I said, fair enough. It's not for everybody. But I knew he was itching, and I was kind of itching to know because I
Yeah.
couldn't gauge, and I kind of thought it was more right than left. But then they go, okay, the curiosity is just killing me. What does your dad think about the impeachment? And I go, he's very happy. Oh, thank God. I was scared to death that... And I was like, no, man, we're more of a liberal family. And then I explained it to him, and he was like, well, how many followers does he got? I got, on YouTube, we're closing in on 11,000. He goes, what? Teach me how to do that. And what I told him is, it's simple.
That's a cool dude.
It's simple. And
Get mad, turn on your camera.
no.
He's an asshole.
I wouldn't say that necessarily, but what I told him, and this goes to anybody out there wanting to do do rants or whatever like we do, be yourself.
That's the most important thing.
You got to be honest with people about who you are and where you stand, and you will find your audience. It may take a while, like it. When we first started streaming, we only really got maybe 10 to 15 viewers at a time. Nowadays, we average.
And I was proud of it.
Yeah.
I'd be running over there with the iPad. Look at that, Mama. 20 people watching. See? 20 people.
Yeah, exactly.
Watched me.
Basically put, in other words, if you're wanting to do something or chase whatever it is, streaming, vlogging, doesn't matter. Be yourself. You will find your audience before
Whether you
long.
write it or you speak it, if it comes from your heart, if it's what you truly feel, a dream, no matter how corny you might think it is, it's inspiring to people to let them know that where your heart is. I know where mine is, baby. It's for this country. It's for my brother, meaning my sister, and everybody in this world. I mean, I like to think of myself as no enemies. I know I have some disagreements here and there, or down the street here and all that shit. But I don't wish ill on anybody. I truly believe that if people would quit trying to put an asterisk or a name to somebody, what they are, who they are, what they believe, who they sleep with, whatever that is, that's bullshit. It's the content of your character. If we live just by that and tried to be accepting, to be loving, to be giving, and y'all have shown this family that right up front, baby. I'm humbled by this family sometimes, and I'm humbled by it all the time. Ain't a day I wake up that I don't think to myself, my God, who am I? And I say it all the time. I'm nobody. I'm a guy at the end of the street, hollering in his shop, now in our studio,
bedroom,
in our bedroom, and speaking my mind. And Katie barred the door, damned damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. So there's some people that don't like my opinion. I'm sorry about that. Tough shit. Turn the channel. Don't watch. Don't listen. But if you love this country, fight in your own way. Do it in your way. Do it in your language. Because it means more coming from you than it will ever from me. The things that we face every day, the triumphs in our lives, we experience them all the time, and they're privy to no one, only within yourself. But those are the ones that you should strive for the most, the ones you should work hardest for, those ones that make you feel good. And I like to feel good. So we can respect the presidency, but not him, Teresa Diggum said. So that's right. We could respect the presidency. We don't have to respect the president that's in it, because this man has shown us he is not worthy of it. But, anybody that could raise their voice, write a word, encourage others to do the same, you're needed. You're a guardian of liberty. And it'll make you feel better when you do it.
We can't do this alone.
No. Mama reminds me every day I'm nobody. Are you shitting me? Monkey Boo Boo's got me beat. Pop Watch has got me blown up. My door's off. I know my place, baby. We're not up at that stratosphere yet. If I get me a pet monkey, I'll put him on my shoulder. Maybe I'll bring Fred in. I can't do that, because if I start talking loud, he'll get upset, and he'll bite my ass. Shut up. So we don't put him on my shoulder when I rant. So anyway.
John, may I say something?
Sure, Jim.
I would just like to put out a special note also to all the people who are in chat, who are on the panel here, who are on Periscope and everything, who are from foreign countries. You guys are so amazing that you will, like you guys in Europe. I know it's 6 hours ahead.
Yeah.
There,
They
you
rock,
you're in the middle of
like
it. You're
Eva,
still spending
or
your time
even
listening
Aussie
to
Dave,
us. That you take the time that you
Leanne
care about our
Scott
country
from
this much, that you
Australia.
put that energy into it.
Yes.
And I just want to thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim.
Yeah.
And I'll put my thanks
Gary-
in there also. We're
Gary
very
Springs
appreciative.
from Canada. We got Ian from, I think he's from Scotland.
He's from, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We got people from all over. Hank
Yeah.
from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
I mean,
We
you
got
guys
him in
are
Hove,
amazing
England.
that you
And the
care
cool
so
thing
much.
about it is you guys got all different opinions, and it's great to hear it.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
looking over there.
Yep.
On our
And
Christmas
thank
tree,
you
we
for
have several.
supporting us.
We
We're
have
going to get this asshole out
Yeah,
of this.
we're working
out
on
of
it,
this
baby.
White House.
Your lips to
Yeah.
God's ears.
Yeah, don't worry. Less than a year, you'll know the results of everything. It's a big
Yeah,
countdown to either.
We thank you. We thank you all for coming in and caring and showing us that you care.
It's the most
Oh.
precious thing you can
Yeah.
give us is the
Motivated.
time.
Aussie Dave.
Yeah.
Aussie Dave. I didn't mean you. You know,
Left your ass out.
We
We
didn't.
mean you. We got Leanne Scott over there now. She's gonna nudge you out, buddy.
Yeah, that's right.
we love you, Dave. I was just
Yes,
kidding.
we do. I tell you, I've told him before. Aussie Dave's got his own following nowadays. I'm telling you, we love him over here.
He said that's reassuring.
I love the guy. I love the guy. And he brings an
I love
international
it.
perspective.
I love it.
Yeah, he
that we
does, he
can tease
does.
each other back and forth without
Yes.
hurting anybody's feelings.
Yes, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Hank over in the
always get on
Netherlands,
and
we
he's like-
appreciate when he comes in and uses his voice.
And
You know.
Eva, we love our little Eva.
Yes,
Over in
Yes.
Germany.
Eva Adams over
I
in.
think she,
over-
I think she crashed. I think,
think
she was
she's-
up too late last night.
She was up a little bit, huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
enjoying the after party
Yeah.
party.
She
Party.
waited with us last night for a long time
Yeah.
last
She
night.
was
I
on
enjoyed
this
last
morning a
night.
little bit.
Last night I went into the Discord chat and stayed in there. Well, I came in twice. I quit to
Yeah.
go watch the final vote with Mama, and then after the final vote, I came back in here. So remember, if you're out there on Facebook or on YouTube, download the Discord app and just follow the constructions, and you'll find yourself right here. We'd
Where's
love
our-
to have you.
Before we sign off, John,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Bernadette, where's our little cheerleader?
Where's our little cheerleader?
He's in the other room. He wanted to let everybody know he wants you guys to have a Merry Christmas.
Oh,
Hey,
bless
Dominic,
his
come
heart.
here real quick. Hurry up. Give you your Christmas cheer.
Give it to us.
Hurry up, everybody.
Feliz Navidad, everyone!
Feliz
Feliz
Navidad.
Navidad.
Oh, mi amigo,
There
thank
you
you.
go.
Awesome.
Thank you, mijo. I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry
buddy.
Christmas to you too. Feliz
That-
Navidad.
that is the youngest Blue Dot family member we have.
Oh,
so we keep
man.
him up there.
Bravo.
That always
Bravo.
brings a smile to
Uh,
my face. I
yes, it
swear.
does. Yes, it does. It gives you hope for this,
All right.
for the future. It's
And
a
that's the
wonderful
reason
world,
why we
baby.
do this.
Yep.
That's the
we
reason
watch.
why we
Yep,
do this
yep,
for
yep.
the
Yep.
kids.
We
Yeah.
see babies cry. We watch
Oh,
them
don't
grow.
start, Todd.
That's right, baby.
Yeah, you
They'll
know
know
what?
much more than we'll ever know. And
And
bless
you'll
their
think
hearts,
to
baby.
yourself,
That's right,
YouTube
baby.
copyright strike.
It's
I
a
hate
wonderful
YouTube so
world.
much.
Try to make
Can't
it that way
remember
in
the
your
rest
world.
of the words.
Hey, I tell you what, I was listening yesterday all day long. There's a song by they wasn't really a group, but they recorded a little album back when the Nixon impeachment was going on, and
Right.
the song's called "Impeach the President." It's by the Honey Drippers.
The
y'all
Honey
should
yeah.
Drippers.
Yeah, y'all should look it
Yeah.
up on YouTube. I was
I must
playing
have
that
missed
song
it.
like all. Well, I stumbled across it.
Hey, I'm telling you, the '60s had a lot of protest music, baby.
Sea of life.
We had it going on.
Love of sea,
Yeah.
sea of love.
So,
Yeah, burned it. But there was like this guy in a group of like high school kids he found at I think it was
smart
Jamaica
call,
High
Grim
School
Grim.
in Harlem, New York. Yeah, and just so yeah, it's cool. But I was listening to that. I must have listened to it like 10 times yesterday.
Grim
Impeach the president.
Grim Grim
Impeach
says
the
her big
president.
dog wants to go to the kitty box. I think that's cool. Better than on your carpet. You know. Anyway, I'm going to call it an evening.
Yeah,
We're
I
going
think they
to
should start playing that at his rallies, SC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
impeach the
really.
President.
impeach the
No,
president.
yeah, it's just YouTube it. The Honey Drippers impeach the president. You'll like it's a funky little song.
Honey Trippers, that sounds like something that came out of the '60s.
Drippers.
Trippers.
The
The
Honey
Honey
Drippers.
Drippers,
Trippers.
weren't they the band that was what's his name from Led
Roy
Zeppelin?
C. No,
Led,
that was
Led
Robert
Zeppelin went
Plant.
into. Yeah, Robert Plant went into.
The Honey guy. Yeah, the Honey. I can't remember right.
The Honey
offhand.
Drippers.
It was
The
some,
Honey
but
Drippers.
this is this is a totally different band.
Oh,
it wasn't the
okay.
one with Robert Plant. So yeah, that's what it can be confusing for sure.
Well, either way, look it up on YouTube. You'll be the enhanced. Either way, find whoever you
Yeah.
are. Listen to something that you wouldn't normally listen to. We've been doing that lately with Alexa.
Yeah, y'all been using that a lot more lately.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, play a little jazz. You know, something that just goes back there that you don't need to know the tune to it. It just goes in your head.
If you got Alexa, ask Alexa to fart sometime.
Oh, she will. She will. And she doesn't even say, "Excuse me."
Conversation.
We
She
learned
does.
that from Andy
Does
Paguda.
dinner.
Yes, we learned that from Andy Paguda, the filthy mouth liberal, that you can ask your Alexa to fart, and she will indeed. And she does it differently every time. It's not just
Siri-
one
Siri
monotone
does
fart
not do
here.
that.
We change tones.
Also, apparently, it was just announced the other day that Alexa now
Yeah.
has the voice of Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
So,
Oh
yeah,
Lord.
I think it
With
costs
or
$1.
without cussing.
Yeah.
I hope it calls me a bitch every time I ask it for the weather, honestly.
What do you want?
I posted it in show discussion.
Awesome.
Impeach the president by the honey drippers. There you go. It's on the CD.
Hey,
Some
John,
people
that's
say
some
they
shit.
guilty.
How'd you
Or a
cook
45 one. It's on a 45. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Boy,
on-
had
Alexa,
shit.
you should, or not. See, now you got me thinking of that. I said, now, John, you need to ask her. You need to say, how do you cook different things in my new fryer?
Well,
Oh,
the
air
thing
fryer.
is, it's not set up yet because it's more of Dad's iPad giving me trouble. But I can actually link her to the air fryer to tell her to preheat the
If I
oven
wasn't
and
so
set a
attached to
timer
that
and all
iPad,
that
I'd
stuff.
kill it.
Ah!
I'd kill it. This
Hey,
iPad.
you know, Jen. I just looked it up, and the thing with Robert Plant, they were the honey drippers. One solid word, one whole word, but the
Uh-huh.
honey drippers were two honey dripper. So that's
Oh, I
that's
see.
what
Yeah.
So it can throw you off. It can
I'm going to look
confuse you.
that up when I get done.
Boy,
I put
had
it up
shit.
on Facebook, on Discord already.
Mm-mm-mm. I'm telling you. What a night. Yep, I guess I got to go. Again, I was saying, drop by, get the Discord at. Right now, we're going to close the show, but as always, we will drift up into the blue room, what we call a green room out there with the music business anyway. We go up to the blue room and we talk to whoever's up there listening around. We sit around and talk. And as Velda and Bernadette and everybody can tell you, come by that room on the Blue Dot family, and there's usually some chat going on anytime. So
All the time.
it's
All the time.
it's a way for the family to communicate, baby, and that's what it's about, baby. Communicate, make friends, and speak your mind. Anyway, I want to thank.
Lots of food
And
porn.
if you're John, remember to hit the computer on
Yeah,
first
yeah.
so
Yeah.
you can hear
So I-
sound.
Super,
Wait,
So I can
chat,
hear
before you
people.
leave,
super
super
sticker.
chat before you leave.
Oh, look at
Go
that.
ahead, Jen.
Brian Khalib just donated $3 through Super Chat. Brian, we appreciate it. All of our donors tonight, we appreciate it tremendously. You're helping the show stay alive, baby. It does. This is my job nowadays. It's what I tend to just about 24 hours a day now. Even when I'm out doing something else, I'm constantly thinking what I'm going to put in my head for the show and whatnot. It is a 24-hour job. I can't wait for all this, nothing but the party and shit when he's gone. But even then, we will have work to do because we will have to repair everything this man has tore apart. So we need to stay on top of it and make sure we return our country to sanity. Again, I want to thank all our moderators, Bernadette, Jen, and Velda. We appreciate it very much, y'all, giving your time all the time. SC and TW, thank you for coming in and joining the conversation. And again, thank you to all of our Blue Dot family on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Periscope and Twitter. We appreciate it. It's the most precious thing you do is give us your time. And baby, we stay in the fight. Guardians of Liberty is what we are, and we continue this fight every day. On that note, baby, it's going to be Friday. Y'all know what that shit means. Get the beer and the bud ready. Put it on ice. Put it in the bowl. And just hold on to spark it up until tomorrow. And we'll see you then. Bye now.
All right.